Hi, my name is Skrillex, and we're here at the Compound in downtown LA, which is where we like to hang out and make records. Oh, come in! Hey guys. Hey, so I'm doing an interview. You get inspiration from where you grew up, I think, especially like seeing the world, and then when you really realize why that place is your home, and I think it's just because you're so used to the environment, but it's even more inspirational coming back now, I think, sometimes when you come back to LA. This is an old bank that we're sitting in right now that's almost 100 years old, which for Europeans isn't that old for architecture, but artists about 10, 15 years ago started to come in and take these warehouses and start to live in them and paint in them, and it became this artist sort of community all over downtown. So it's kind of being gentrified and a bit more hip now, but it's definitely, like, I guess, very close community. Like I said before, a lot of different DJs and artists. You can walk down the street and always run into someone you know. The way the LA sort of community amongst musicians and DJs as well is so tight and awesome. Like, here at the Compound, it's like everybody comes through here and hangs out and makes records. Like I've jammed in that room with A-Track and Nero, and I mean the list goes on and on and on. When you fly into a city and you get into the hotel room and you get showered and you head to the venue and you play that show, everything becomes one sort of motion. Like when you're making a record, it's like you're in the zone, you're feeling the beat, you're imagining, and then good, you walk off 2 seconds later, you're on stage, and then good, you have to play another show, the after party, and then you sleep and you wake up and it's cool. Right to the production office with the tour manager, because there's a lot of stuff to go over. So you have this constant energy, you know what I mean? I always get nervous no matter what. I'm not really nervous right now, but I always get nervous, yeah. I'm getting new tracks every day anyway and making new tracks, so it's always sort of changing, you know what I mean? When you go to different parts of the world too, there's certain things that work better than other places as well. You know what I mean? Like, you can't play as much hip hop in the UK. You can play a lot more hip hop in the States, but then certain things, you can't play as much drum and bass in the States, but you can play more drum and bass in the UK. And you can ask anybody that tours as much as I do. I mean, 322 shows just in 2011, this year. It's like, you don't have time to really spend your money. You don't have time to think about how, like, anything is going, because it's continuing. It's constant production. You're constantly making things, so I don't have a studio or anything, or even technically a home, so I'm always doing it like headphones in hotel rooms and airplanes, so there's no real comfortable studio where I get to sit back and which I hopefully one day I'll have, you know what I mean, once stuff starts to settle down a bit.